Well, it's a real pleasure to be with Mariel.
Thank you.
So beautiful.
You're so sweet. Oh, I like the South.
Well, we're already off to a great start, but take us back. Idaho is home.
Yes, Idaho is home. I grew up in Idaho. I mean, my grandfather is known for being in Sun Valley, and my father moved there as well. He met my mother, who's a native Idahoan, and actually sent her to Cordon Bleu to learn how to cook because he didn't think that anybody from Idaho could really know how to cook. So she actually was taught by the best, and actually Julia Child was their maid of honor at their wedding in Paris. But then we all moved back to Idaho. So.
The question is, as we look at your life from the outside, we're like, wow. We're impressed, we're inspired, from acting to modeling to now writing. You had the cookbook,
right?
A mom, a great mom, a wife.
Right.
But yet, I just saw on Oprah, you said you almost hated yourself at some point.
Yeah, I had, I think with, you grow up in a family that's extraordinary and creative and fabulous, but there's always dark shadows to anybody's family. There was a tremendous amount of mental illness. There's 7 suicides in my family, so there's a lot of darkness that, and that's not a bad thing. That's just, the reality is I think a lot of us come from a lot of, pain and addiction and, dysfunction. Is hard because until you can find yourself, which really doesn't happen until you're 40, just so you know, it happens at 40. And then at 47, you don't care anymore. But, it's really, this business is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart.
Well, you make it look easy, but the interesting thing about the book is you take an approach on the mental side about our voice inside can be so against us, right? Our best friend would never be like that.
Exactly. I often say if you had somebody over that spoke to you the way that you speak to yourself inside your head, you would kick them out. Like, who the hell are you?
Right.
Because the truth is we have this negative programming that, who knows why it happens. Our father, our mother, a teacher, a kid, a sister. Who knows why we're so difficult and hard on ourselves, but when you become aware of that voice, you can actually, it's not that you say, oh, I'm not going to think that. You just go, you know what? Oh, I had a nasty thought about myself. I don't need to keep doing that, but I understand why I go there.
And what I love about the book is you give steps to getting to that point.
Yes.
I mean, it's a journey to that point.
It is a journey, and it's also not an overnight journey. It's like, go slow, start slow. If you want to get healthy, change your breakfast. If you want to start having a better voice, take 2 minutes of silence a day. And the thing is, people say, oh, I can't meditate and blah, 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 and I have to do it for hours. No, you just start. You start with 2 minutes. You add a minute a day or a minute a week. And then eventually you get to something like 10 to 20 minutes, and you so look forward to it because of the benefit it gives your life. You don't necessarily get answers in the silence. And the other thing is, people will often say, yeah, but it's never silent. No, your thoughts, this and that, it's just you don't have to take a journey with them. But
that helps you slow down too, because you talk about trying to slow down.
Well, we live in a society that's going so fast, and we think that we have to keeping up. And that's what, Eckhart Tolle talks about, being present. The only way to be present is to do what you're doing when you're doing it, instead of doing something else in your head.
In closing, we ask this question: given all your success, which transcends so many different areas, what advice would you give to any of us living out our dreams?
For me, it's how do I show up every day? How do I find my own balance? How do I create a sense of presence each moment? How can I be here with you and nowhere else? So as advice, it's like, can you be with the person you're with when you're having a dialogue? Can you be with yourself when you're alone? So that would be my advice.
Well, we look forward to your show.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, awesome.
And
thank
you
so
for leaving us some good, thoughtful information to live our life better.
My pleasure.
And I think I'm going to even try yoga because of you.
There you go.
Can guys do yoga?
Guys can do yoga.
Okay,
I promise you.
I'll try it once.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. What a pleasure.